right, hey, Shalom. Hey, I'm gonna just do it all over again, man. I watched the video of this live. Hey, man, this app is good. Even when it says transmission is unstable due to a weak network, it still pushes through a good signal. I'm on 5G, man, so whatever, man. Hey, let the spirit deal. Let Yahweh Shema Shai, overpower with Satan and his connection, man. But hey, want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. All right, peace and much love, honors and blessings, salutations to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which hold their conduct, composure, and integrity. All right, especially in these last days where it matters the most. Okay, the brother Yaakov just making a lesson, really a redo. I was, trying to make this video, man, and I'm in an area where I'm driving to camp. I'm in the backwoods, man, but on my way to camp, and thought I would, just do a little spiritual, rant slash speaking, but regarding Revelation 13 and 17, where the scriptures talk about that no man might buy or sell except he who have the mark. Now, to the average Joe, man, the average civilian on the earth, we know what that mark is talking about. We know what piece of technology that the so-called white man who rules the world, which is also the border of wickedness, the wicked. We know his intentions. We know what he's planning on doing. We know we know how this man is trying to come at the people to ultimately, deceive and trap them up, to put them into slave control and deception and, all that, But to the understanding, the ones who can comprehend, okay, the ones who can comprehend this message and the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, we know what this really is, all right? What we're fighting, okay, the battle between, good and evil, which the good being, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai and his men, the men of the Lord, and the evil is, Esau, the so-called white man, all right? And, we're combating this man's lies. And because this is his world right now, this is his rulership, he believes that he's going to be able to overcome, the men of the Lord and ultimately Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's why, okay? But just because it looks like righteousness is the underdog right now, we're poor and despised, that don't mean anything, man. The Lord does not deal with the multitude of numbers or the number, a great multitude of men among a nation. All right, he deals with the meek and the helpless, the poor and the afflicted, the base things of the world, pursuant to what is that, 1 Corinthians, and then you got Judith. So the pride of Esau, the so-called white man, is what's blinding him, making him believe he's going to come out on top, making him believe that he's always going to win. All right, but just want to note that everything that this man does, all right, even since the time where the blasphemy that he was speaking against the Lord was working, when he lifted his hand up against Israel, when he brought us over from West Africa, when he did what he did in 70 AD, when he did in the background of history when all these other nations were ruling over us. Okay, hey, man, this man, everything he's done, regardless, no matter what it was, has just drawn him more near and closer to his end. And so that's why this man is working day and night to push out something that'll catch up the people, all right, that the people won't see coming, all right? And that's going to be in the form of, leading up with this digital currency that he's trying to work in, which is really the work, it's interlinked with the internet, because they're trying to call it, AI Lincoln and, transhumanism. But we know what it really is for, man. Esau wants to integrate you people in your minds so that he can control them, all right? He controls the internet. All right, so we're drawing up into a time where this man's going to use another form of technology that he created to, you know, enslave the minds of the people. All right. And the title was, do you understand yet? You know, can you see, you know, the talk of the, you know, the meetings, you know, these meetings that they've been having. There's been more talk and you know, more videos, and I'm not just talking about Greg Milson. I'm talking about just the regular average Joe person making videos about the talk of, you know, CDBC, and how they're gonna make a system off of that, which the CDBC is the central bank. Damn, I'm forgetting. My bad. Wow. Slovakia, man. Why am I forgetting? I'm mixing the words up. The bacon currency. All right. A new digital currency. Central banking digital currency. My bad. So, like, there's still a flaw in the system with that whole idea of making a new currency, because the dollar is shit and it's a crappy currency. So they're trying to create a way to, you know, seal up the leaks of digital currency. They're talking about how they're going to need more protection on it, more control over it. So you gotta have conversations of, well, if this central banking digital currency is given to the Federal Reserve, you know, the government, well, what do you think that they're going to do with it? People are asking those questions because they know about the CIA, the IRS, the FBI. When you look at those agencies, they originally, you know, they said the plan or the oversight of these agencies was to do certain protections, or to, you know, oversee, you know, other, you know, the FDIC, that they were made to, you know, give protection over smaller businesses or watch over certain things. But even those things were weaponized, you know, when the government had full control of it. When they signed in law to give the control and sovereignty to the government, look what happened. Which we already know, man. These crafty and cunning ways and words that the so-called white man, you know, throws out to you, man. We know why he talks the way that he does, man. It's double speak. It's all deception. All right. You know, there's a scripture in Psalms that says that there's one that boweth his head, but 7 more abominations are within him. That's the so-called white man. You know, even Psalms 55:21. That the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, you know, saying that this is for your protection, for the people, all right, for the public. We need to protect our country, you know, to stop the hackers, you know, the cyber attacks. But look what's going on, man. Do you really think Russia's cyber attacking America? Honestly, do you really think that that's going on? You know, some fucking hacker, you know, apparently some hacker like years ago, apparently hacked, you know, all the accounts of, you know, Target users. What? Yeah, because there's really a profit in that. You know, what's going on with what was it? Just recently, I can't even remember it, but what just happened with the bank just recently? You know, like 100,000, you know, depositors couldn't even get their money back, and they went in. You know, there was a whole group of people in the banks trying to get their money out, and they couldn't access their money. China, you know, yeah, these you know, the Chinese are over there trying to hack, you know, the accounts of American civilians over here. You know, but the simplicity of you people's minds, you've trusted in a man who has lied day and night, but has been crafty with it. He's been sneaky. See, all right, it goes into cunning. Skillfully deceptive, man. I love bringing that word out, man. The word cunning means to be skillfully deceptive. And Esau has been skillfully deceptive. Because even to our people, the ones who claim that they're teachers, they're teaching that the MOTB is not this is not the RFID hip. To the regular, to a non-understanding mind, all right, it looks just like a new piece of technology, man. But that's the cunningness. That's the trap. All right. See, when you read it, hey, hold on, let me read what you just said. I said July will debut because yeah, man, yeah. Do we sign up or as pilgrims to flee to the hills? Yeah, obviously. I mean, shit, man. You know, hey, man. I've heard talk about certain things, man. You know, when the time comes to handle it, we'll handle it. You know, we know ultimately, man, there are things you just cannot repent from. Okay. Now, if the CBDC ends up coming to you in July 1st, and it's like, hey, we'll sign up, you know, and we'll give you 5,000 credits as. That's the trick. That was the device that we've been waiting to see. Now, there's a program, you know, that's allowing you to build your CBDC, you know, while, you know, standing from afar. Who knows what's going to happen, man? You know, you got to be wise, okay? But that's another topic. But yeah, I mean, we ain't supposed to be, you know, giving in to this devil, okay? But what I want to get back to, okay, is in Revelation. Let me get it. I lost it. Okay, right here. Revelation chapter 13. And you know what? I'll start at verse 15. It says, and he had power. Ultimately, who is the he? Ultimately, who is the he? Yeah. But Esau has been working on this earth with the power of lies. Okay, through the power of Satan. All right. You know, they did it in a very diverse way. There's no one else outside of the so-called white man who conquered the way that he did. You know, this man thoroughly mastered his blessing, and he deceived and violently world in the most marvelous and horrific ways. Merciful, you know, without mercy. Okay? So it said that he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, meaning that whatever Esau was going to push out, it was going to work. All right? It was going to come to pass. It was going to be implemented. And it says, and that he would cause that as many, and go, all right? You know, you got the Samsung Galaxy Fold Z today, you know? That motherfucker folds open, man. It looks like a screen. The shit. You know, people are wow, they're marveling at it, you know? But then you got like, well, you know, I'm not going to look at from a miracle standpoint. Really, like the preconditioning is like, you know, you see the credit cards, all right? It used to just be a credit card. You slide and then, you know, that was it. But now they got a chip on it. You know, now you don't have to put it in there, press a button and everything, press yes, confirm, yes to total, no. You want cash back? No. Sometimes you can just put it on there and pay and not even have to slide it in. But what Esau has done, when you go into Revelation 13 and 14, it said, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Through all these shenanigans, all these dark agendas, all these policies, all this clutter and gray and confusion, man, which is the power of Satan that he was using, has gotten you people extremely complacent to the point where, you know, our people, the world, they want the most convenient, comfortable form to do things. So, you know, America has, what is it, like 75% of our people are obese. You know, America has the fattest population on the planet, man. A lot of people, man, they get an attitude just because they got to get up and get the remote. You know, so what do you think? You know, shit, a little touchy, deceptive, and that's what Esau did, man. But it's to a point where he's gonna make it that all this complacency all right, that he in this gradualism, this preconditioning that he caused you to succumb to, is going to be used for you to worship him. All right, which, going back to Revelation 15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. Slaki, man, I got kind of some it snowed last night, so some of the roads are bad, so I'm just making sure I'm, being as wise as I can possibly too, man. So it's I am gonna do quite a bit of talking, man, because I'm driving on these roads and I want to be careful, so I can't really always look and read. But it says right here that and that caused that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. It's getting to a point. This is the ultimate outcome. See, Esau's going to come to you, man, and be like, basically, bow down and worship me or die. Bow down and take the sea hip or die. All right? People are going to be getting put into concentration camps. All right? Over the MOTB. All right? This is the last device because this man is getting tired of feeding your fat ass. All right? Luxury and privilege, and just like how the Lord is upset with his people not worshiping him and how the world don't know him, well, it's the same with Esau, because Esau has a God complex. You people ain't thanking him really, for everything he's doing for you, what he thinks he's doing for you, all right? Giving you all your pleasure. And that's a demented complex, though, okay? So there's coming a point where he's going to kill you if you don't give in to his MO, to his image, all right? And that's what this is all about, okay? That's which even the word device goes into a crafty scheme and trick, okay? But if you don't take that little device, which looks like it's just a new piece of technology, well, then you're gonna die. You're gonna die, man. He's gonna throw your ass in concentration camp and maybe just make you live there or stay there. Where, hey, man, when Esau throws people into concentration camps, nothing ever good happens, man. You've seen what happened with all the Haitian. This has been a common knowledge of what Esau's doing to the immigrants from Mexico when they bring their kids, when the families are trying to get over and they get caught up. They separate the kids from the parents because they're fucking taking the kids, man, and putting them into sex trafficking, selling the children to be slaves. You wicked motherfucker, man. And this is the man that you put your trust in, that you believe is coming for your good intentions. There's a scripture in a Sirach, I think it's like Sirach 14, if I'm not mistaken, where it says that when this man do it good, he do it unwillingly. All right? This man has ulterior motives, and he always will. It will never be for your best intention. All right? Like the talks about the CBDC. All right? People are talking about this can be used for government control. They brought out examples that, during the VACA, the Rona Corps, I'll say it backwards, the Rona Corps 19, it said that governments put harsh policies that, people were going to be imprisoned and fined for not, taking those things, not for wearing a mask. All right. Just this morning, it said that, I think over there in like Australia or something, man, they're banning wearing a mask on public transport. All right. It's really ridiculous what Esau spends his time outlawing and making, criminal. Like, this man's really fucking, like I said this morning about it, he is a jackass, man. He really is. You don't think it's excessive to, fine a person $10,000 and then imprison them for 5 years for not taking a sticky, in the arm. But it's borderline heinously criminal to hate on transmissions. You're fucking weird, dude. And this is the man that people don't think is off. You know, this morning, man, you know, the brother, Ruai Layasha Allah, brother, he's always posting some crazy stuff, man, like damn. But, you know, there was a picture of Joe Biden getting off of one of his, you know, private planes or whatever, and there was a woman following him behind her, fucking pointed at her knees, and her fucking knees were just like tore up, like what the fuck? Even I'm thinking like, what? I don't know, man. Was she like forced to do some shit on her knees? You know, imagine it from there, man. There's been video leakage of Biden. You know, I can't remember what it was, but we used to be able to see it. But it was Joe Biden butt ass naked, whooping like a adolescent girl. Had her tied up and was whooping her, or you know, yeah. So, I mean, to the ones who don't know how to comprehend shit. All right, you stupid ass American people, and I'm including you stupid ass 2/3, man. Today, this ain't the one. I'm gonna read that. It just looks like a new form of hot thing, the next trendy thing. But this was all the cunning trap of the so-called white man. This was it. When you look into the word mark, it means to make an incision. And the one piece of technology, man, they're about to have, the only piece of technology that has ever been shown that it's going to have to be inserted into your body is the RFID chip. All right? And for some odd reason, man, you people can't see it. You know, don't even regard the scriptures where it says that the spirit of deep sleep has been put upon you to make your eyes blind and your ears dull, and you know, so that you cannot hear. You know, forget even that. Outside of that, how can you still not see it when the Lord is making it evidently, obviously, you know, painfully plain what this is? And you people find a way to, nah, man. You guys are conspiracy theorists, man. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy as fuck. The government would never do that. Why would they? No, this is to help us open our refrigerators because we're hungrier, you know? But hey, man, whatever. I'm gonna jump up. All right. Jeremiah. I'm gonna read Ezekiel 3:17. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel." But it's funny because the ones that were appointed to be that, you know, because we ain't got a degree. This is all stuff we used to always talk about because we don't have a degree. All right, you know, some of us ain't gotten to college, you know, or you know, because we look fucking rough, and you know, because you people have no type of discernment, so you judge on the outward appearance. But all these reasons that stop you from believing what's really true. All right, yet, you know, you gotta wait to believe, you know, until it's, you know, NLE Chopper or Sauce Walker telling you that, you know, it's coming through surgery and it's got to be, it was inserted, you know. Now you believe, but you weren't believing the ones who've been out there, man, telling you, warning you this whole time. All right, and something is coming. All right, we've been preparing you, man, for war. We've been preparing you for the next weapon that this man is coming against you to use. The one who befriended you, all right, and made you believe that he's the best fucking friend and person on the planet for you, but really is the one who's about to come at your face and kill you and do some abominable shit. I'll say that as well. See, we were made watchmen, man, to tell you this message, man, and you don't take it. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman into the house of Israel, unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me." And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, "Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem." Man, Salakia. cop right there. The name Jerusalem, man, means Yerushalayim, the teaching of peace. You can even, I believe you can even go as far as the city of peace, the city of the teaching of peace. There you go. All right. Salakia, man. You know, you got Esau, man, out here like a lion, man, watching. But anyways, you know, the ones who were a signet of, or an ensign of where secrets can be revealed from, where understanding comes through, where words that we tell you are coming to pass before it happens comes from, that was us. All right, the teaching of peace, the city of the teaching of peace, which were the Israelites. And only through the Israelites could a watchman be made. And you regarded not. All right? It says, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry. Well, that mark goes into the Wa, which means a mark of exemption. And the reason why we're going to be exempt is because we didn't subject to this way of living. We didn't bow down to this man when he brought that device that he's bringing, the CHIP, the RFID CHIP. Okay, we kept our integrity. All right, we didn't get simple and lose the understanding for what this really was. Whether you people want to regard or believe or not, so like a Revelation 13 and 17 will always talk about. All right, it's not going to be sin. There's been many videos already made about how could it be sin. All right, then we all have the mark with sin. If we all right, when it says mark, instead of mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of thereof, and that abomination, the last abomination that's going to be pushed on this earth is the RFID CHIP, the MOTB. It's going to be a fashion that whether if you don't take it, you're going to get cut off from society, man. All right, Elder Yashawamba made a good comment about what John the Revelator saw, man. That when he seen even by because they didn't take it. That's division. That's distancing. Which in these CBDC talks, they're talking about how this new digital currency that they're trying to usher in is going to be what they want to push. How do you think it's going to be? If a test run involves you getting imprisoned, beat up, kicked out of the, banned for life from places, not able to access the stadium, the sports stadiums. How do you think it's going to be, man? So we're coming into times. We're coming into times where you're going to have to make a choice. A lot of you people are going to buckle because, again, like I said, you just see it as a device, as a new cool technology thing. Your annual vodka, Well, then, hey, a lot of people are going to start realizing, but it's going to be too late, like the scripture said. Because knowledge, wisdom, and understanding was being, declared and proclaimed out in the open when you had the chance to receive it, but you didn't regard. You despised all the counsel of the Lord, so you're going to deserve what you. Like IUIC, one body. All right. What is it? With Captain Cesariak. Really, all these other camps. When this cometh to pass, you're going to get caught up in it too. All right, because you deserve it. You were scoffing. The last days shall come scoffers. Saying it was pointing to wait on Yahushua, so you're going to get it. A brother just made a video. You know what? I don't think he showed me the video, but he's going to redo it. Salakia. But it was a brother Atal, the one who made the video. Our blood be upon us and upon our children. But he made mention in that video, man, that the reason why Jake in the Southern Kingdom are going through so much hell today is because they are the ones who cursed themselves. When they had, Pilate releasing a prisoner, they asked Barabbas to be released instead of Yahushua. And when Pilate saw no fault, all right, Jake got even more hard-headed and really fucking nasty. It was like, no, basically like, fuck that. No, give us Barabbas. But Barabbas was a robber. He was a thief and a murderer, I believe. All right? And they said, no, give him to us and let the blood of this man, Yahushua, be upon us and our children. That's fucking wicked, man. Now that some Jake did catch that hell, during the siege of Masada and all that, in 70 AD and everything. But they're even catching the hell from, in this time. There are those same children coming back, getting that curse on them. But I'm just correlating that to, you other camps, man, because you despise Yahushua so much and what he's saying, man, you're gonna get another form of punishment that's well deserved. All right? Because you profane the image and the glory and the return of Yahushua. So he's gonna put you where you deserve to fall. All right? So and let me read this in Sirach 14:7. I know this, I don't want the spirit to pass, but and if you do it good, he do it unwillingly, and at the last he would declare his wickedness. This is going into Esau again, because like I said, man, with all these CBDC talks, with the talk of the new way of the new convenient, comfortable way of making transaction and all that, internet based and all that, having your information stored in one little file device, they're pushing it as, man, these banks, they even try to make it global, right? They're talking about these other banks in the other countries. It's a hassle because you got to convert the money from London or Russia, to convert it to, what is it in China? I can't remember what they call the China dollar or whatever. But you got to have taxes on it, so you get less back. Or say you need say you want to buy a piece of art for $6,000, and you're in London, but you're trying to get to, I don't even know, what's Paris, or is it the same? I don't even know. If you have cash, it's harder to get. You got to wait and then travel on a train to wherever you're getting that piece of art from, and then make a transaction, so it can take days. With CBD, with digital currency, cryptocurrency, it's just one click away. See, so they're trying to make it seem like this is for the people. A more less stressful and convenient way to get your business done. All right. They had an interview. They had a commercial years back. This is like and there was this white kid with a big ass winter, fluffy coat, walked to a meat market or whatever, or a regular store, and they had the security guard looking at him with this look like, yeah, I'm watching you. And this guy was, but the guy, was walking like he was up to no good. But then it shows this guy, taking meat, putting it in his coat, taking, food and, whatever snacks that he wanted, he was just shoving them in his coat. And then it shows him walking back out the store, and he's looking at the cop, and the cop looks at him getting ready, but he walks through that scanner, and the cop is like, "Have a good day, sir." And then the guy, they showed what it was at the end of the commercial. It was the RFID, man. This has been thought about since the 90s, even before. I can't remember what year. I think it was like the 1940s, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere between the 40s and the 60s. They'll even try to say that. I think they say that like the earliest concept of the RFID chip was created back in like the 1940s or 30s. But this technology has been talked about, man, for a long time. Okay? almost a whole century. All right. So, you know, the devil, man, Esau has been crouching for a long time. Don't forget, man. What is it? July 4th, 1776, in Ingolstadt, Bavaria, a wicked secret society was formed. All right, to have the interest of dominating and controlling and ruling the whole world. And that society that was formed on July 4th, 1776 was the Illuminati. All right? They were never for you. You know, I think it was